Hey everybody, this is Nikki coming to you again with another power review. I am late. It's my second time doing this video. If you hear the noise in the background, that is my washer and dryer going on in the background. Once again, I come to you with a video with my washer and dryer going on in the background. Needless to say, I'm here to do my power review. Now last week we didn't have an episode, so this week we're back. So this week is episode number 9 of season number 3, which was entitled I Call the Shots. Now, I'm not going to touch on everything that happened in the episode, just the most important things that I felt were important. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to talk about Tommy and Ghost first, Ghost to Angela, Tariq and Kanan, Greg, Ruiz, and then last but not least, Tasha and Ghost. So I got a few notes I have here, so let's go ahead and get into it, okay? So it starts off with Ghost and Tommy talking in Ghost's office in Truth. And as you can see from the way the scene is set up, you can see that there is a distinct divide between the two men. You know, Tommy is doing his thing on his phone, texting, whatever, and Ghost is looking at him and having reminiscing thoughts of what he saw the night before, as where Tommy was going to the nightclub. Going into the warehouse where Milan was. So, during this little meetup, whatever, they're conversating about Ruiz, and Ruiz talking about, saying that he doesn't want to pay for the pills, just for the drugs. And as they're having that conversation, Ghost just decides to come out and ask Tommy where the hell he was the night before. So, to Ghost's surprise, Tommy told the nigga the truth. Like, yeah, I was with Milan, XYZ. And so, what kind of like bothered me was, in that situation was, Ghost was actually shocked that Tommy told him the truth. But to me, it's like, nigga, you the only one lie all the goddamn time about shit that don't need to be lied about. It's like it's surprising to him when somebody tells him the truth. Like, he can't believe, oh, someone not lying to me. Let's move on. Also, another scene between Ghost and Tommy was after the fact. Tommy went to see Milan, and Milan basically ran down to Tommy, letting him know that, yeah, the reason why Ghost asked you about where you were the night before was because he already knew where the fuck you were. He been following you. So again, Milan is playing with Tommy's head, getting into his head, making it more apparent to Tommy that he can't trust Ghost. And truth be told, Ghost hasn't given him any reason to trust him. Like, seriously, like, real talk. So Tommy ends up going back to Truth to confront Ghost about this shit. And he basically tells Ghost, if you don't cut the fucking bullshit, Milan fucking crazy motherfucker ass is gonna kill me, my nigga. And are you willing to risk my life all because you wouldn't get the motherfucking gang? Like, nigga, I thought you were gonna tell me if it was a plan going on to keep me in the fucking loop. But once again, you have failed to tell Tommy anything, what the fuck was going on. So, right after this confrontation, after Ghost don't lie to his face again, say I'm not gonna do anything, he gets right back on the phone and sends a text to Ruiz saying, okay, the meeting has been set up. Saying the meeting has been set up. You go ahead and make that phone call. And then the very last scene I want to talk about between Ghost and Tommy was the very last scene in the episode. Basically, when Tommy goes to Ghost after he kills Ruiz, and he basically tells Ghost, again, you lied to me, you kept me in the dark, you still doing this bullshit, and you gonna fuck around and get me fucking killed, right, nigga? You don't fucking care about me. All you care about is yourself. And to my surprise, this time Ghost kept it real with him. And basically told that nigga, if you're not willing to put me down right now, in this very second, willing to pull your gun out and shoot me in my head right now, I'm always gonna try to figure out a way to get the fuck out this game. I don't want any more parts of this. No more of this life. And I think it became very apparent to Tommy in that very moment, Ghost is for real about this. He really does not want to be in his life anymore. So let us go ahead and come up with a plan to get rid of this nigga and let him go ahead and go about his business and I go about my way. But the thing is, instead of Tommy taking orders from Ghost, Tommy flipped the script on him and said, no nigga, we gonna do it my fucking way. And that's how he ended up becoming I Call the Shots. He told Ghost, I'm gonna call the shots on this motherfucking play right here. Let's go move on to Ghost and Angela. Now I think Ghost and Angela had that one scene together when they were in the park and they were discussing who did Ghost tell about Lobos being dead. So she's going on and on about who the fuck did you tell? We're gonna get caught and she's gonna lead back to us. You know, juries don't need evidence. All they need is a good fucking story. So this is where we learn that Proctor, the attorney for Ghost, is the one who looked into the whereabouts of where Lobos was. And that if anybody asks, Lobos asked why he was looking into Lobos' case, he could always say, I was looking into it for the whereabouts of my client, Tommy Egan. So she gets mad, walks off, huff and puff, and decides to text Greg, ask could she come over, because during the conversation, Ghost tells Angela that, yeah, Greg went to Kate's house, interrogating her and shit. So this was a piece of information she had no clue about. Let's move on for them. Mr. Tariq and Mr. Kane, aka Slim. Now y'all know I am thoroughly frustrated with fucking Tariq, because this nigga got to be the dumbest black child that I fucking know. Like, it's like he has no fucking common sense whatsoever when it comes to the judgment of character of people. And the sad thing about it is his parents is about that life and in that life and haven't told their kids shit about what's really going on in the real world. And that's just sad. So anyway, Mr. Ghost, aka Jamie, aka James, aka Daddy, goes to the kids' school. It is a career day or whatever. And so he's up in front of the class and telling the kids about how he runs a nightclub and the ins and outs, stuff like that. Typical kids, they don't give a fuck about that shit. They just want to know if famous people have been there. And you can see that Raina is very excited about their dad being there, while her brother, on the other hand, is not here for his daddy at all and could give a fuck less about what the fuck he is talking about. He's so not here for his fucking daddy. Tariq got his motherfucking cell phone, or his iPhone, his iPhone. I'm a Droid user. On his motherfucking iPhone, was like this right here. Want to meet up later? Kanan replies back, sure. And I'm just like, wow. But during the conversation that he was having with the class, Ghost basically admits to Tasha in so many words that, I fucked up my family because I was pursuing my dream, and the time that it took me away from my family has really, caused us to be in so much turmoil right now, and it basically has been the cause of our family, being in the situation which is in right now. So let's move on. So Kanan and Tariq meet up, and they end up walking into, I think, a Jimmy Jazz or whatever, some kind of, little, what that shit is, athletic store, not like a Foot Locker, not like a chain store, but like a regular, like little corner side store that sells athletic shoes, Jordans, Forces, whatever in there. And as they're walking in, they look at them those J's, and as they're talking, Kanan puts a little bug in his ear that, when I was coming up, we had to get it how we get it, get it how you live. AKA, we had to steal, hustle, and grind for ours. So, Just with him telling Tariq that, has already planted the seed in his head. Yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do. I don't want to be called a pussy. Now I must admit, how the little nigga did this shit was slick as fuck. So he peeped how one of the employees went out the store for their little smoke break, whatever, and it was just one employee in the store. So he goes, asks for his shoe size, whatever. So the shoe dude bring in 2 boxes. I'm guessing a 10 and a 10 and a half. Just, make sure if that 10 too tight, that 10 and a half right there. So he gets up, gets up, take off his shoes, put on them J's, gets up, look at the motherfucking door, sees the number to the store on the wall. In the glass. And he dials the number to the store, which starts ringing, and which leads the one salesperson in the store to go get the phone. And as he's going to get the phone, they walk the fuck out. And I was like, this little nigga has done this shit before, because he had no fucking fear. He was too calm about it. He knew exactly what to do and how to do it, and how to move. Now, the way he did that, he was still in those shoes, it shows that he's a lot like his father. What I mean by that is he's very smart and he's very observant, and he doesn't make his move without peeping the shit out first. So you can tell he's very, very smart like his father. So let's move on from Tariq and Kanan to Greg. Greg has gotten on my fucking nerves, because all before I was thinking, Greg has every right to be trying to get at Angela, because the fact of the matter is, it wasn't necessarily about her breaking up with him that he was pissed about. The fact of the matter is that the bitch basically lied on him, tried to sully his reputation, fucked with his money, and then acted like everything was kosher. Like, okay, this bitch went and filed a whole sexual harassment case against this man. Straight lied on him. So I understood where that anger was coming from, and he had every right to get back on her. But now I think he is so obsessed with trying to get Ghost. This dumb motherfucker's vision is so cloudy and blurred that he's not even seeing the big picture. Like, he hasn't even caught on to the fact that Ghost is not even at the top of the food chain anymore. He is not the motherfucking damn man no more. And what I mean by that is, when Ruiz was talking to him in the bathroom, and Greg kept insisting that make sure St. Patrick is the topic of conversation. If he's there, make sure he's on the wire. Bring him up, in the whole conversation. Make sure he's on this. Make sure it's he's indicated on this tape. And Ruiz started telling him, "You're not understanding me. Milan is the bigger fish." Basically telling this dumb motherfucker Milan is the new nigga in charge. Ghost ain't got shit to do with this no more. He is not in charge anymore. And I'm just like, dude, I'm like, dude, you got a hard on for this man, and you're not even realizing that he's not even the man no more. And to me, that's gonna be his motherfucking downfall, like straight up and down. Now let's move on to Ruiz. I fucks with Ruiz, but in turn, fucking with Ghost cost him his life. Now, as we all know from last week, or the week before last, Ghost came to Ruiz and basically told him, "You go to the feds, tell them about Mulan, I'll give up my distro to you, and you can be the man, whatever." So, come to find out, he did take Ghost up on that offer. Now, the one thing I will say that was very important that I thought was, and it goes back to the very beginning what I said about Ghost not being able to tell anybody the truth, and that he lies so motherfucking much that it shocks him when someone tells him the truth. So when Ruiz was telling him about, how the setup was going to go down, and about how Greg was trying to tell him about getting him on tape, yada yada yada, Ruiz told Ghost, this shit will go so much better if you tell Tommy what is going on. And it's like right then and there, he could have just picked up the phone, sent Tommy a text or whatever, related it some type of way, and it wouldn't have cost that man's life. R.I.P. Poppy. R.I.P. So after the meeting with Milan and Ruiz popped off, Tommy got some information from Tasha, letting him know that, Ruiz is part of Ghost's plan, and whatever you need to do, you need to stop it. So he ends up sending his dude home for the night and tells Ruiz that, yeah, I'll go ahead and run you home. Now, as they're going home, Tommy is basically telling Ruiz the story of Ghost and his relationship. About, how he's always betraying motherfuckers. He's always using people. And then when he's done with you, he's just done with you. He uses you until he can't use you anymore. And so he's, his car starts to overheat, or he acts like the car is about to overheat. And as he gets out the car to fix what the problem is, and Ruiz gets out to give him a flashlight, he stabs Ruiz the fuck up. But let's go back to the car before the killing. Now, as they're having this conversation, Tommy is running his motherfucking mouth, talking about the Lobos killing, saying Ghost and I, yeah. And even Ruiz tried to stop him, about to stop talking so goddamn much, but he kept it going. So now Ruiz is dead. And who comes to help Tommy get rid of the body? Fucking Dre. So now you can see that the new alliance is being built. You see Tommy and Dre starting to get an alliance together. And you see that, Lord Jesus, Milan and Tommy are being alliances now as well. Now the thing is going to be with the alliance between Dre and Tommy is, who is Dre going to end up riding with? Tommy, or he's going to ride with Ghost? That's going to be iffy. So let's go on to the last thing I want to talk about. Tasha and Ghost. I need a cigarette for this one. Don't judge me. Now, as we all know, we have been dying. I don't know about y'all, but me. Been dying for Ghost and Tasha to fuck again. To have sex, to have some type of intimacy, something. And this episode, we ended up getting it. So, like I said, it was career day. And on top of the career day move with his kids and that going well, he was able to get rid of his competition across the street. The two British dudes, whatever, by setting them up with drugs. So he comes in the house, he's super happy, and Tasha's in the house drinking all her wine, trying to contact Keisha. Because again, Keisha is MIA this episode as well. So they're talking, and she asks him, she basically tells him, congratulations on your club. She basically tells him, I apologize. I'm sorry for not believing you. I'm sorry that I didn't believe in your vision at the time. Like, you said that you were gonna make it work, and you did. I'm very happy for you. And she basically asked him, did you mean what you said while you were in the classroom? And he basically, I think he was very genuine when he said, I meant every word of it. I'm gonna always protect you and the kids because you are my family. And at that very moment, you saw them connect. It was a very genuine moment. It was very real. So Tasha's like, you know what? I'm getting a little uncomfortable with this shit. We haven't had this kind of interaction in forever. So let me try to get my ass up. So as she's trying to leave the room and go to bed, Ghost grabs her and kisses her, which basically takes her by surprise. So after the initial shock, they end up kissing, and next thing we see, Ghost got this bitch on her motherfucking back, digging in her shit. He digging in her gut so motherfucking good. The bitch making faces I ain't never seen made before. Like, it was so intense, like, between the two of them. It was crazy. And then when she got on top, my nigga, she was riding that nigga so good, he started having convulsions, aka seizures, because he was fucking shaking his ass off. But y'all, did y'all peep Tasha's face? Like, I felt her emotion in her face while she was on top. Because you can see all the pain, all the hurt, all the sadness, all the guilt she felt. She basically was like, why did you do this to me? Why did you cheat on me? Why did you leave? Am I not good enough for you? Do you not love me? Do you not see me? All in this one motherfucking ride that she's giving this nigga. And while he's fucking having convulsions. And you can tell from the way he's looking at her, with his eyes, he's telling her non-verbally, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I've done. Please forgive me. So they end up, getting on, and it was very tense. And afterwards, they had a pillow talk, whatever. And Tasha looking crazy, looking awkward as fuck. She looking like, fuck, why did I fuck this nigga right here? But the dick was good. The dick was good. They did pillow talk or whatever. And he lets her in on the plan of what he's trying to do with Ruiz. She's like, what? What do you mean? So she immediately gets scared because indirect, Milan basically told her in so many words, bitch, get your man in order. Get your man in order, because if you don't, I'm gonna fuck around and kill you and your damn kids, and don't get too fucks about it. So as Ghost is trying to ask her for another round, Tasha was like, hell no, to the no, hell no, to the no, hell no. She was like, hell no, nigga, you need to go. She was like, what if the kids see you in the bed with me, and what they gonna think? I don't want to confuse the kids any further. And she be asking the nigga some real shit. This don't mean we get back together. Now does it? Either Ghost had to admit there's something. No, it doesn't mean that right now at this time. So immediately after he leaves out the room, she goes on the phone and tells Tommy, like I said a few minutes ago, Tommy got a call for Tasha. And the call that she gave to Tommy was right after they fucked. And she told him that Ruiz and Ghost are plotting. And he need to stop it. That's my commentary on the review. On the show this week. Now, let me just give my few thoughts on this shit. I don't think we're gonna wrap up this storyline with Milan next week. That's gonna lead into the season number 4. I do think we're gonna end up seeing Kanan, and I think they're gonna find out about Kanan fucking with Tariq. I don't think Mike's gonna get caught. I think Mike's too slick for that. I think Mike is not gonna get caught. I think Mike is gonna find out about Greg knowing who he is, or thinking who he knows who he is, and I think Mike might end up having to kill Greg. Now, as far as Angela, I don't give a fuck about that bitch. I hate her ass. Can't stand her guts. So I don't care about that bitch. I think Tasha may have a new perspective on her relationship with her husband after they had sex. But I think Tariq is going to do something crazy as fuck next week. It might involve his dad. And I also think it's going to be some type of confrontation between Dre, possibly, and Kanan as well. What I really hope is, I hope Dre ends up killing Kanan next week, but I know that shit not gonna happen. Either that or Tasha doing it. Like, what I mean by that, even though she doesn't know that Kanan is alive, I would want for her to walk up on Kanan getting her son from school, and she follows the motherfucker and she's not shooting him like that. I am very excited for next week's episode. I hope we don't have to wait a whole damn another year till season number 4 comes out. And I also think they're setting it up for next year, where Ghost is going to end up being a fucking federal fucking snitch. For some reason, I think he's going to be a fucking snitch next season. And I think him getting in bed with Karen as far as the business deal, I think that's going to be the demise of his club. Because keep in mind, before Milan revealed who the fuck he was, when he was just working for Ghost as Dean, he came to him and told him, you know, something I want to tell you about Karen. But again, Ghost brushed him off. It was like, nah, I'll talk to you about that shit later. And he never found out what that piece of information was. And again, that's going to be the demise to him in his club, which is going to lead him back into having to get back into the drug business and stay in there because he's not going to have any fucking money. It's crazy. And overall, I feel like Ghost is very selfish. He has basically, you know, he's basically alienated all of his motherfucking damn, you know, allies because he can't fucking tell the truth for shit. And because you can't tell the truth and communicate, that gives everyone else the reason not to trust you. But you want everyone to trust, you know, you want everyone to trust you, but no one can trust, you want everybody to trust you. But you not giving anyone else a reason for them to trust you. If that makes sense what I'm saying. So I think because no one can trust Ghost and his words and his actions, that's going to be a very big roadblock for him as well. So anyway, y'all just tell me what y'all think about it. Leave your comments. Keep in mind, please leave me in the comments down below. Please follow me on Twitter at Nikki Live #1. Also, for relationship advice, hit me up via email at LiveTalkwithNikki@gmail.com. That is LiveTalkwithNikki@gmail.com. I apologize for this being late. However, y'all hit me up. We'll get the conversation popping in the comments. And y'all enjoy your evening.